All right, everyone, buckle up because today we are diving into some seriously cool stuff. We're talking about ChatGPT, but not just the ChatGPT, think text to talk.
Yeah, you got ChatGPT is finding its voice, literally, and it's a pretty big deal in the world of AI.
It really is. We've been hearing about this advanced voice feature. Everyone's talking about it, and we're here to break it all down. Like, what's the big deal with voice interaction anyway? Why is that such a game changer?
Well, think about it. How do we, as humans, communicate most naturally?
By talking, obviously.
Exactly. For AI to really become truly conversational, to really understand us, it needs to move beyond just text. It needs to grasp the nuances of speech, tone, all those little pauses and inflections that convey so much meaning.
And that's what's so fascinating about these new voice features. It's like ChatGPT is entering a whole new dimension of communication.
Absolutely.
Now we know ChatGPT has been making waves with its text capabilities, and now they're adding voice to the mix. But from what I understand, this advanced voice feature, it's not available to everyone, is it?
You're right. They're rolling it out in stages, and right now it's exclusively for the Plus and Team subscribers.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the premium version of voice interaction.
Okay, so it's the VIP section of ChatGPT voice features. So what are we, the Plus and Team subscribers, actually paying for with this exclusive access?
Right.
What makes it so advanced?
The key here is something called, get this, native audio capabilities. It's all about how it leverages the GPT-4 model.
Native audio capabilities. That sounds pretty high-tech. Break that down for me. What does that even mean?
Essentially, it means that with advanced voice, the AI can directly process and interpret what you're saying without having to transcribe it to text first.
So no middleman, it's just directly understanding your voice. That's pretty impressive.
It is. And that's what allows for that more natural, more fluid back and forth. Think about it. In a normal conversation, you don't wait for a transcript to process before you respond. You just talk and react in real time.
True, true. And I imagine this makes the whole interaction feel way more human and way less robotic.
Right. And it goes even deeper than that because when we speak, it's not just about the words, right? It's the tone, the pacing, all those little hesitations like, and ah. Advanced voice can actually pick up on all of those things.
Really? So that it can tell if I'm, say, getting frustrated with my computer and talking really fast.
Exactly. Or if you're relaxed and taking your time, it can sense those subtle shifts in your voice and potentially, and this is where it gets really interesting, adjust its responses accordingly.
Okay, so it's like it can actually read between the lines, or should I say, hear between the words. That's kind of amazing, but also a tiny bit unnerving, right? Like, it knows when you're getting impatient.
Yeah, it's definitely a glimpse into the future of AI interaction.
Yeah.
But for now, it's just another way to make the experience feel more natural and intuitive.
That makes sense. But let's shift gears for a second and talk about the folks who aren't using Plus or Team, the rest of us. What's their experience like with the standard voice feature?
So standard voice is still pretty impressive, even without those native audio capabilities.
It's still using AI, right?
Oh, absolutely. It uses a multi-step process with one AI model transcribing your speech to text, and then GPT-4o steps in to handle the processing and response generation. So both standard and advanced voice utilize GPT-4o, but it's that difference in the initial approach, transcribing versus native audio, that really sets them apart.
It sounds like they're really betting big on this direct audio processing as the way forward.
It seems that way. And to further emphasize the exclusive nature of advanced voice, it's important to note that there are daily usage limits in place.
Ah, so you can't just spend all day chatting away with your AI buddy. There's a time limit.
Right, which really makes you think, is it worth the upgrade? That's the million-dollar question, and unfortunately, there's no easy answer.
So spill the tea, is it worth the hype? Should everyone be clamoring to get their hands on this advanced voice feature?
Honestly, it really boils down to how you plan on using it. If you're someone who really values that supernatural real-time dialogue, like say you're a negotiator and every second counts, or maybe you rely heavily on voice interaction for accessibility reasons, then yeah, it might be a game changer. But if your needs are more casual, the standard voice feature is still incredibly powerful and might be more than enough.
I see. So it's all about finding the right tool for the job.
Exactly. There is no one-size-fits-all answer here.
Well, even with those limitations on advanced voice, it's pretty mind-blowing stuff. I mean, what does this tell us about where we're headed with AI? Are we on the verge of a future where talking to AI is as commonplace as, I don't know, ordering coffee?
It's a real possibility. Think about it. We're already interacting with AI assistants through our phones and smart speakers. This is just the next step. And it has huge implications, not just for accessibility, which is already huge, but for customer service, education, you name it.
Imagine a world where you can have a genuinely helpful and natural conversation with an AI customer service agent instead of getting stuck in those frustrating phone menus.
Or imagine students getting personalized tutoring from AI that can understand their learning styles and adapt to their pace. The possibilities are pretty much endless.
It's exciting, it's a little bit scary, it's definitely making us rethink how we interact with technology. And speaking of rethinking, here's something to chew on. If advanced voice is already this good, even with those daily usage limits, what happens when, or should I say if, they decide to lift those limits? What happens when we can have unlimited, truly natural conversations with AI? It's a question worth pondering. That's all the time we have for this deep dive. But trust us, this is just the beginning of the conversation.
Absolutely. This is an evolving technology, and I'm really excited to see where it goes from here.
Me too. And we'll be here to cover it every step of the way. So until next time, keep those AI conversations flowing, and who knows, maybe one day soon you'll be having this very conversation with ChatGPT itself.